All right, y'all. D-Lo 404 Boxing. So I want to speak on Errol, the true Spence Jr. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite fighters in the sport of boxing. All right, my number one welterweight in the world. Okay, one of the top 5 guys on my pound for pound list. Errol Spence Jr. So Mikey Garcia took a loss last night, and he lost to Sandor Martin. I'm not gonna go too deep in that. I may make another video about it, but let's just say that it was a quote unquote upset loss. And after that happens, I go to Facebook, because I didn't watch the fight, so I started seeing people post about it. I saw a video about it, and then I started seeing people post things like, yeah, Errol Spence Jr. took a lot out of Mikey Garcia. He took a long layoff after the Spence Jr. fight. It just now fight for the first time, and he took a loss. Yeah, those type beatings, that changes your career, this, that, and the other. And I'm like, man, can y'all just let Errol Spence Jr. be great? Just let the brother be great. You know what I'm saying? Errol Spence Jr. don't need all that. You know what I'm saying? I think people are so, you know what I'm saying, they want so badly to put cables on fighters and on accomplishments when it's not necessary. What Errol Spence Jr. did to Mikey Garcia stands on its own. You know what I'm saying? That was a virtuoso shutout, and he made Mikey look overmatched. People can make all the excuses in the world about why. At the end of the day, Errol was just that much better than Mikey Garcia. Since that time, I'm not sure if he had another fight, because I don't feel like looking it up, but I do know he fought Jesse Vargas. I don't know if he fought anybody before Jesse Vargas, but Mikey went and fought big old 5'11" Jesse Vargas, fought on the zone. It was a close fight, other than, Mikey basically bailed himself out with knockdown. You know what I'm saying, in my opinion, even though the scorecards might have been wilder. But, you know what I'm saying, Mikey didn't look like a shot fighter when he fought Jesse Vargas. I'm not going to sit here and act like the reason Mikey lost to Sandor Martin is because Errol Spence Jr. took so much out of him that he can't hold his own against a guy like Sandor Martin at this point. And I'm not going to get into why I think Mikey lost or anything like that. Let's just say Sandor Martin was the better fighter on fight night. Maybe Sandor Martin has a better skill set. Maybe he's a bad matchup for Mikey. But, there are other things as well. But I'm not going to act as if Mikey was just a shell of himself coming out of the Errol Spence Jr. fight, that he just took such a beating that he was never able to bounce back from it. I don't see it that way. Maybe some do, but I don't see it that way. Like I said, I feel like it's more of people putting cables on Errol Spence Jr.'s name when it's not necessary. That man is a great fighter in his own right, all based on his accomplishment, all based on his skill set, all based on the body of work. He don't need all that. You know what I'm saying? Just let the brother be great. Doing and making statements like that, all that does is take away, in my opinion, from people being able to really appreciate Errol for what he is. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna let you guys ruin it for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna let y'all have me looking for fault and trying to find reason to shoot down Errol Spence Jr. just to counteract y'all overinflating things, you know what I'm saying, on Errol Spence Jr. I can see what I see in Errol Spence Jr. and appreciate it. But I'm not gonna sit here and just, you know what I'm saying, like I say all the time, I give credit where credit's due. I'm not gonna try to strip somebody of credit, and I'm not gonna put cables on them to try to overinflate that credit. Errol Spence Jr. beat Mikey Garcia soundly. It was a good win. I never expected it to be a competitive fight to start with. I didn't want to see the fight. Honestly, I don't even think Errol Spence Jr. really wanted to fight. But it was a situation where Mikey wouldn't go away. And people probably started, the PBC looked at it and said, okay, we can do something with this. And Errol went out there and showed him that he didn't belong in the ring with him. And that's what he was supposed to do. That's what I wish more fighters would do when when they're fighting a guy who they know shouldn't be in there with them. Don't let the guy, you know what I'm saying, don't go in there and let it be a competitive fight when you know, you know what I'm saying, go out there and establish dominance right away. And, you know, people criticize Errol for not getting a stoppage. I had no issue with him not stopping Mikey Garcia. Sometimes stoppages don't happen. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times when the stoppages don't happen versus in a fight like that, it's because the other fighter won't engage enough to put himself in a position to get stopped. And that's what I saw in that fight. I saw that Mikey was surviving once he realized he couldn't beat Errol Spence Jr. He was surviving and faking in between rounds like he thought he was winning rounds. Pulled that same thing Tyson Fury done against Deontay Wilder. Raising his hand after every round that he was still on his feet. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I made it. You know, so, you know what I'm saying? That's what I saw. But, you know what I'm saying? In terms of Errol Spence Jr. somehow getting a feather in his cap because Mikey went out there and lost to Sandor Martin, nah, we don't do that, because honestly, when other guys, former opponents go out there and lose and don't look good against other people, a lot of times people use that to take away from the other guys win over them and say, see, I told you that guy wasn't that good, you know, because you know, and I'll be honest, I actually saw where somebody was saying that too, you know, like taking away from the Errol's win over Mikey because Mikey went out and lost to this guy. Well, when Mikey lost to Errol, that was a couple years ago. That was the version of Mikey that was there on that night. The Mikey that went out there and lost last night wasn't the same version of Mikey Garcia. Like I say all the time, these fighters aren't the same from one fight to the other. I ain't taking no credit away from Errol Spence Jr. I'm not going to put cables on him. He's great all by himself. That's all I got on it. D-Lo 404 Boxer. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm out. Peace.